Almost did the Stylosa intro. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. Now, welcome to Overwatch instead. Don't welcome to Unit Lost. Fuck Unit Lost. Don't fuck Unit Lost. Still, I enjoy making stuff for that channel. I might make some more soon, which is going to be fun. We're going to take a quick look in light of the playoffs starting soon. They might have actually already started by the time this video hits the YouTube channel, but it won't have for Twitch. I should actually probably send out a tweet while I'm doing this as well, so I'm going to do that very quickly while I ramble. We're going to take a quick look at NYXL, and probably also going to take a look at Shanghai maybe, and try and get a feel for like the level that some of these teams are playing at, what they're playing, what they're doing before the playoffs and before the grand finals. Unfortunately, some of the teams didn't play at the Atlanta home set, so, you know, that's going to be a problem. So yeah, we're going to try and glean what we can, like specifically from NYXL, just to get us started. Going live with probing. Gonna check out some of the teams ahead of the playoffs. Twitch.tv/ not ESL, just one amongst many TV. Boom. Right, let's go. And so just getting started, just taking a look at the teams as they are right now. Naturally, the first thing we try and do is think about how these teams are going to play, what the team comps want to achieve, what they want to do, what is their win conditions. Mayhem, because they're playing Saebyeolbe, it's no great shock to see him actually running out on the Widowmaker. Always makes me very happy. Saebyeolbe is honestly like one of the best hit scans in the business. He is incredibly good with it. Otherwise going to be largely playing around sort of creating space and creating angles for Saebyeolbe, and I know creating space has suddenly become this hot topic that everyone's talking about. But yeah, Saebyeolbe in particular is going to be, you know, if Saebyeolbe gets breathing room, people might die. The big issue is that he's running into NYXL, and this is always the question you end up asking when someone has a Widowmaker is, well, who do you snipe? Jonak's going to be sort of one of the primary targets, but beyond that, like Animo, you can stop Animo doing a lot of stuff. You can stop him like roaming around on the walls for free, but if he plays relatively safely, he's going to be difficult to get rid of. And then everybody else is going to be kind of tough to kill. Libero has a shield, Mano has hit points, Nene has hit points. Saebyeolbe's invisible, although Saebyeolbe's Sombra isn't the greatest in the world, so we'll see how it goes for them. They also have this pharmacy, which is going to again cause problems. Without much hit scan on Excelsior's side. Why can we hear her, Lucio? There we go, that's better. It's actually going to be a little bit difficult for them to deal with that unless they can get a good hack on this, which is going to be a little bit tricky. It looks like they're trying to hunt down some targets. Otherwise, Zephyr's just going to be spamming away like normal with the pharmacy. Trying to build ultimates nice and quickly for that big burst hit with the barrage to try and get some kills. Looks like he's just going to try and spam down Mano at this point. I'm actually curious to see what Saebyeolbe is up to. Just seeing where he's going for. Meanwhile, on NYXL's side, they're just going to be looking for a target to try and dive on. Like, they have this very aggressive setup with their sort of pseudo-goats, with their Som goats. Saebyeolbe is going to be looking for that EMP. One advantage for Mayhem at the moment is that this isn't a team, like, that's easy to EMP. Pharmacy can fly, Widowmaker. If you EMP her, it's, like, it stops her grappling, but you might as well just hack her in that case. You generally can. Hagapen will just sort of get stuck, apparently, without some of his cooldowns. BQB is invisible, so it's going to be hard to get everyone Fate. Again, you might as well just hack him, for example. So it's going to be tough. But the flip side to that is NYXL should be tough to kill. But there is a very fast barrage, and that's exactly what they wanted. So it looks like NYXL just spent a little bit too long trying to find something to do, and Zephyr gets that very fast barrage, and that's exactly what you want with this team comp. Dying on the point. Always nice to see. They know they're going to lose this fight, but they're going to build some ults off of it, stall it out as much as possible. Nano wins. Like, one of the things that one of the win conditions they can employ, and I imagine they wanted to, was to basically you try and charge Jonak as fast as possible, so you have the Winston take a lot of damage. So I'm going to just backtrack and just see. I want to see like what Jonak is doing in a lot of these fights. I imagine it's going to try and be keep the Winston in his line of sight. Because if they can get that Nano Monkey very quickly, they can do a lot with it. It can just really push the enemy out. You generally get a kill or two off the back of it. So sort of the relationship between Mano and Jonak is going to be very important for getting these strategies working. It's always interesting watching pro Arnas. Oh, that's painful to see. Oh, I still got him. The fact that they just never scope in. It's actually a really nice target choice from Zephyr as well, because it means he won't get slept. They've still got a pretty good amount of ult charge off it. Let's skip forward for the next push. Yeah, most of the playoffs are really EU unfriendly in terms of their time. Ooh, good chunk of Animo. That's Saebyeolbe. Like, I mean, this just feels sloppy, right? Like, why is the Lucio leading? This might be a little bit of a lack of respect, especially with an uncontested Widow. I mean, you could. This applies to like us plebs as well as these pros, right? That when you are a plebby, and I try and harp on this a lot when playing support and when like dealing with other people and when dealing with off tanks, it's very, very important to keep in mind that body blocking is actually a very, very effective way of staying alive. So if we sit where Lucio is, like if we sit on Lucio's level about here, and we think about the sight line between, say, a player who is literally like all the way down here, you can see him there, and where these tanks are, well, you got a wall here, you got Libero who's blocking off here, and then you got Mano who's blocking off all here, and so the wall is actually like this, right? You have all this area that is actually safe to be. As long as you have tanks in front of you, and like this is where Roadhog can actually create like safe spaces for supports and things like that. He can just get in front of people, body block damage sources, especially stuff like Widowmakers that can't one-shot him, that can do damage but that can't really kill him effectively. And it just creates these safer areas for the supports to move through. You can see Jonak is actually staying safe. I know I'm in the way, but he's right behind where I am. And as a result, Jonak is a lot safer than, you know, just, oh, I'm just going to roam over here and then boom, headshot, you know? It's an important thing to keep in mind when you're playing tanks and when you're playing off tanks is that body blocking, especially against targets like Widows, is very efficient. That was beautiful. That was actually really nice. Oh, God, say a player.
Big target.
It's a good Widowmaker line as well. Big mouth, big target. Say a player, I think, is one of the most underrated players in the league. Because he plays for Florida, it's really easy to overlook him, but jeez. You let him start popping off and it's danger. Ooh! And then he misses a shot like that. Mayhem's really doing a good job controlling it. Saebyeolbe still struggling on the Sombra as well, which has just been a continuous problem for NYXL. But Zephyr's almost got another ultimate. They have EMP to stall out this next push. I imagine they're going to just play using the EMP. So even if Excelsior try and dive something, BKB is probably just going to be set up. Let's keep an eye on BKB. No Monkey, they remove his support. They only get 2, but no one can follow. And I imagine they're just sacrificing someone. If that, I imagine it's just a Saya player who's being hunted down by Mano, who's just grappled away. Hagapen's freaking miles away. Look where Hagapen is! Oh my god! I want to see how they set that. Okay, I've got to hit play. The camera's fuzzed. I want to see how they set that up. Like, look how safe Hagapen is! Look at him! Look how far back he is! He's out of there. He is just not... He's basically said, I am not involved in this next fight. I know that I am the only thing they can dive. It's either me or Saya player they're going to go for. And Winston's, like... If you're going to go for a Widowmaker, especially on the pro level, what they'll generally do is you'll try and find a way to force her to use grapple, or you'll find a hack or something like that so she can't just grapple. Because if you send the Nano Monkey after her and then she grapples, well, you have to jump in. You can't, you know, you don't just run at a Widowmaker, you jump at the Widow. So then she grapples away, and then you have to wait 6 seconds, and then you can land on her, but her grapple's like 8 seconds, so she just has to wait a couple seconds, and then she can get away again. So if she just runs away a bit cleverly, she can sort of just, you know, oh, I'll grapple over here, drop down, grapple up here, and sort of be fine, while everybody else is just creating pressure, and all Winston's doing is pushing out the Widow, which is fine, but it's not going to address, you know, a big threat coming in. So this is awkward though. Like, this is the awkward moment where Zephyr has to get a lot done. Managing to get a kill on the Lucio is very nice though. Because the danger here is that they've done this EMP and then they just don't kill anyone. That might actually be what's happening here. Because now there's Primal Ray, so Saya player is just going to be contested consistently. And if we go over to Saya player, his face is probably full of Gorilla. Yep, there it is. Use Valkyrie to try and stabilize a little bit. Jonek's free to snipe. And this is the problem, right? This is the issue with dealing with goats. Oh, Nano to keep him alive. He might just survive that. Woo! Things are going still in NYXL's favor. Jonek has another ultimate. Oh, Mercy's been abandoned. Chris is going to die. They're all dead. That's goats. Gravel's buff to 8. Yes, I believe it's 8 seconds now. And yeah, they're not reclaiming it. Reclaiming points with the pharmacy is always going to be very difficult to do. But that's some goats in a nutshell. Like, they have to leverage that, and that's sort of the issue with the Widowmaker in that comp, is that she can get picks, and when Saebyeolbe is that good, he can, but in a straight-up fight, she offers very little value in comparison to something like a Hanzo. This is where NYXL are going to leverage their economic advantage. Simple nano boost just to push out. That's unfortunate, but honestly, might not matter that much. Excelsior probably just going to play stall. Oh, that's a fantastic grenade. He's just going to jump out. Nope, he's going to die. Okay, fine. Saebyeolbe should be on his way back. They might actually be able to do this. BQB. A lot of pressure on you to confirm this one. Or NYXL just give it up, maybe. That was risky, but it paid off. Here it comes. Got Saebyeolbe. This is good for Mayhem. They might just win this. Zarya coming in instead of Diva. So Excelsior have a big engage coming up. How do Excelsior solve this problem of pushing in? I mean, Mayhem used a lot, but Mayhem still have some pretty good options here, especially with the Fate coming up. With the Rhino, like Earth Shadow plus EMP plus Earth Shadow is always going to be a good combo. Mayhem could absolutely win this, although they all seem to be very focused on chasing Saebyeolbe around, which is fine. Although Saebyeolbe, nope, they're going to take high ground. That's an interesting choice. Because, I mean, they're playing with the Reinhardt, so... Oh, okay, no, I see. That makes a lot more sense. So yeah, no surprise to see them move behind the point on the opposite side. A-okay. Engage coming out on both sides, initiating with the rally. Very early. I mean, this is where Fate's sort of screwed now. Fate should just die. Gets nanoed. He actually has heal boost on him as well. Wasn't antied. It's going to keep him alive. Excelsior just playing for time. Who did they nano? Did they nano mano? It's a nano mano? It is a nano mano. Okay. Zephyr can win this with a grab. Excelsior might have just played this a little bit too slow. Great blocking. Incredible blocking. It's a little bit unfortunate. EMP comes through, everyone's grouped. Should be a pile of kills. Okay, where did that go wrong? Like this... Oh god. I hate like the sound stack when you go back. Like, this is a winnable fight. This is 100% a winnable fight for Excelsior. What I'm mostly curious about is what happened to Jonek's nade. Still has it, still has it, still has it. Teams engage. EMP, nade lands. Bubble purges, okay. And then this is sort of the disadvantage of not having that Zen, right? And they just don't... They disengage super hard from this. And I think it's this decision to disengage that might be the problem. Like, when is your situation going to get any better than this for NYXL? When are you going to be any stronger than this point? I don't think you are. Like, realistically speaking, oh, if we get Grav, then you're not, like, you're not going to build Grav in one fight, probably. Not before they can. And then they try and get the kill into Zephyr, which might just be more luck than planned, but... They almost get it, but yeah, they're so far behind. That was a good purge. It was. It was just a good example of, like, this is why Zarya is so powerful, because she's like one of the few cleanses. She can pull you out of the fire. If they used that bubble stupidly earlier on, they would have lost. And like the amount of times that games can be won and lost on Zarya's just throwing bubbles around willy-nilly, it's very important. Too bad we don't have more purges in the game. I mean, to me, the problem is more the amount of debuffs in the game. Like, this should be an FPS. It shouldn't be WoW Arena, right? But the way that Goats has gone, Goats is WoW Arena. Like, that's how I see it. It's not really an FPS anymore. Okay. Mayhem running classical Goats, well, with Winston. Excelsior still running Saebyeolbe on the Sombra. We've been very critical of Saebyeolbe Sombra. Probably deservedly so. Let's see if he's made any improvements. Now he's calling out what the enemy team has, getting into position, letting his team take position as well. He's playing cautiously, has armor, so he's probably going to start poking at something. Has to respect Hagapen. Looks like he's just going to shoot from the front line. Couple of change-ups from Excelsior, apparently. They're going to change to the Reinhardt. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Not particularly fussed either way. I think both Winston and Ryan can work here. I think I actually like the Zarya more than the D.Va here, maybe. A bit of ult charge. Am I playing on fast speed? No, he's very twitchy. Go figure, he's a Tracer player. Going purely for damage here. I mean, this is the advantage that the Zenyatta gives you, right? Is that tanks can die when you have a Zen on the map. It's a very intangible thing. Like, it's very, very hard to feel it unless you've played a lot of games. But it's really noticeable after a while. Like, if you've done DPS without a Zen and you've done DPS with a Zen, like, D.Va is asleep. And Mano just gets booped around and torn to pieces. With an Ana probably just dedicated, like, pumping healing into him. Still kind of okay. I mean, the downside there is that Hagapen's built up a lot of ultimate charge, so he's going to have Transcendence very soon. Might be able to match Jonax's speed in getting Nano. So yeah, they Nano Nene. Try and leverage that early advantage, but... And then they commit with an EMP. Okay. This might actually do it for them. Very aggressive start, very all-in start coming out of NYXL. Like, they really want this... They could have just kind of let it go, but I guess they figured, okay, well, we're going to go in with this. We're committed already. We're pot committed, basically. So we'll get the EMP in. The question is, can anyone touch Hagapen? The answer is no. Does Hagapen bother, though? I don't think he does. I think he just dies at this point. Which is honestly okay. Like, Excelsior shot their ward. They got the point out of it. They got a fairly good fight out of it. They didn't get the trounce. They did get the rally at least, which is nice. The big issue is they have no defense against the Grav. So we'll see. First time on your stream. Really love your YouTube coaching videos. Thank you so much, man. Welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Big benefit of having the YouTube VOD uploads is people are stopping by. And if you are watching this on YouTube, please stop by. It's always good to have more people. Let's take a look. Pretty simplistic engage. NYXL's positioning, like, they got pushed off the high ground. They started up there, but the Winston forces them down. No chance of the Nano, but I'm guessing they're just going to fish for a Grav. Without a D.Va, there's no way that BQB misses this unless BQB has a bit of a brain fart. There's one. If they get Nene, this is probably clinched. Yep, done. Did Nene? When did Nene Grav? When did he decide to use this? He just yeets it. Even though there's a diva, that could have gone badly wrong. Oh look, one side has Transcendence, one side doesn't. It does stop up some of the DPS coming through, like there's a lot of people caught in that, but just the lone Zarya is enough to just cut down Jonak at least, and that's going to put them on the back foot. Big disadvantage here is that Chris doesn't have much ult charge. Oh! Ho, ho. Mano. The whiffaroo. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I love the T-posing. Everyone slid into position.
Welcome to Overwatch.
Hey, thank you so much, C-Server.
I don't think I've watched anything this consistently for 32 months.
I'm amazed that you have. It's incredible. Like, the Ashiana could really win it for him here. Oh, the boop! He got booped into the air. If he landed that, it would have been huge, but he gets nothing? He gets absolutely zilch. Zippo. That's incredible. What a narrow margin. What a narrow, narrow margin. I want to see the boop. I'm trying to get a camera on the boop. Saebyeolbe. Oh, he doesn't get the stun. He might have stunned him there, actually. That was greedy of Mano. The boop's enough, though. Just about. I imagine the comms are... Ryan! Brig! Ooh, very thin margins that Excelsior losing this on, but... I think, like, Mano... If the boop didn't happen, the stun would have, so... I guess Mano just, like... If he was going to do that, he should have just taken a couple of swings and maybe pulled back a little bit. They have EMP for this next fight, but they don't really have... I guess they got Nano to follow it up. So they're going to have to rotate high ground. Does Fate have ult? No, he doesn't, so they can take high ground. It's still a little bit risky if Saebyeolbe is in position, which he's trying to get to now, but it's a bit too slow. Oh! Mano got confused. Excelsior should just back out. There's no way. There you do. Hagapen swapped off the Zen, which is interesting. He's gone to the Ana. Excelsior could still kind of approach this fight the same way that they approached the last one. Mano's gone to the Winston as well now, so I'm guessing they're going to do it quite differently. I'm guessing they're going to try jump... Where are you, Hagapen? Like, they can't really jump Hagapen. You can't follow him down there, and that's a death wish. And he's got Chris protecting him as well. Chris is also in hiding from the EMP, which is very nice to see. Florida, this looks good out of Florida. Like, this looks better than you would expect from Florida. Okay. Winston's been pulled into it a bit. Sound barrier comes out. Doesn't hit the Winston. They get an early kill as well, which is always nice. Benefits of having the Winston. Okay. What was the mistake? Where did that go wrong? I think I know where. Right here. Actually, a little bit earlier than here. But this will do. I can't be asked to try and go back. Let's try it. Let the graphic clear. The mistake is like right here. I think. Like, they know that they're playing into Sombra ult, okay? You can tell that they know that they're playing into Sombra ult because you've got the hiding Lucio. They know what's coming, they know what's up, and they're ready to go with it. And I think the plan is pretty simple of, oh, well, everyone just sort of hangs around this high ground area, and they can just stay up here and be pretty safe. Like, the only thing that can really engage into them is going to be the Winston. They can't, Nene can't fly. You have a Diva who can fly. That's pretty good. That feels pretty nice. And then something goes spectacularly wrong. Where Fate, for some reason, marches forward, which then splits Fate off from a sound barrier that otherwise might hit him, and that is incredible out of Mano. Oh, and then I'm instantly disappointed. It would have been so good. It would have been so fucking good if he just stood in that doorway. Look at this. If instead of following Hagapen, he just like parked his big fat ass here and just said, "Yeah, you're not going anywhere, son. You're just staying in here." Oh, I'm so disappointed by that. Although it just doesn't hit BQB in time. Actually, did it block it? No, there we go. Lucio ult is a bit of a weird fish in how it works. Maybe try containing with the bubble. The way Lucio ult works is there's like a duration to it. It's like 2 or so seconds. I'm not sure on the exact specifics, but basically it's like a channel for 2 or so seconds. And if you're in line of sight of Lucio and in radius for those 2 seconds, you'll get the sound barrier applied. So you have to like block him for a little while, and you can't just let him sort of coast out. I think if you got the body block there, it would have been huge. Still doesn't matter. They did a great job of managing to kill Lazaria. Like, that's actually really impressive. And that sets him up to win the fight. Nene can just drill Zephyr down. Saya player's now isolated. Kill Brick. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look. Fade jumping down, it's not even like... He's just so far forward, I don't know what he's hoping to achieve, like playing into the EMP. But they know it's coming. And now Mayhem have a slight issue. I mean, they've got to get a good grab, and they can, but the hard part here is getting that positioning right, because... If we take a look, nice positional overhead. They have to try and get a grab. To get a grab on this high ground, you have to like be on the high ground, which is always a risky affair because hey, Lucio can boop you, Brick can boop you, Winston in theory if Mano did enough damage, which he didn't, but he, you know, it's always a scary thing. Mano can technically boop you off here. So what do you grab? You can't just like, you might be able to actually with the team comp that Florida are running. You might be able to just like grab underneath and pull everybody in, but then you only have Winston Diva to do damage. Like you won't have any other damage going into that high ground. Hagapen might be able to get a couple of shots, but he's probably going to get pressured by Saebyeolbe. So it's like you can either try and like grab underneath and maybe kill one person, perhaps. Unlikely. Like especially if someone is pinned underneath and it looks like someone is still underneath. Yeah, which is the Winston, which isn't a great kill choice. Or you try and contest high ground for them, which is a tricky thing to do. Let's see what Florida decide. Mano engages into them. They use Nano. Nano the Winston. Looks like they use the grab as a safety to isolate out the Winston. That's not really a winning play, though. That's like a stalling play. Everyone else controls Fate. It's a very Final Fantasy thing I just said there. Fate gets killed. Go figure. Yeah. Like the issue there was they basically performed a defensive play. So let's get zoomed in so we can see what happens. Yeah, just play. But it's not going to win you the fight. Like the solo Nano Winston, if we jump on Fate, if we go on board with Fate here, like he does a great job. He gets in, he gets onto the support lines. But this is literally, you know, in modern goats, this is what the Lucio and the Brig are for. Like 100% of the time, this is what Lucio and Brig are 100% for, which is protect your Ana. It's 90% of what their job is going to be. So to see just the lone Winston go in without even having Primal Rage and no grab to pin them down, there's no way that works. There's no way that actually operates. And meanwhile, yeah, they might be able to get Mano. I mean, the plus side here is that Mano isn't going to kill anyone. You know, he's not going to be able to do anything here. Which is why I call it a defensive play, because it's like, oh, well, we just pinned him down. It's like grabbing a Nano Blade. Right, you pin it down, you make sure it can't kill your entire team, and that's fine, but the issue comes in of the what next. What do we do after this bit? Yeah, how do we win the next step? And the answer is you don't. And now they've shot their wad. Like they've got nothing. They have no nano. They've got no grav. They're playing into EMP. This should just be a slam dunk for NYXL. As long as the EMP is even half decent, it should be some easy kills. Oh dearie me. So like, what are you doing, Saebyeolbe? That physically hurt to watch. I think he wants to get his translocator up on top. Yeah, he's like hoping it maybe lands up here and then he can like translocate and drop down. And by the time he drops to about here, he'll be able to EMP. Just feels unnecessary. Like, he can't EMP here because he will get stunned during the channel and lose the EMP, which always feels bad. He kind of just lucks out and doesn't die. Well, Sound Barrier helps with that, to say the least. There was no way that NYXL should lose that fight, so good to see that they didn't. Give me the next map. Okay, what are they running? Rheingoats versus Rheingoats with the Ana and the Sombra. Seems Mayhem. I mean, Hagapen's always been happier on the Zen, I guess. It's just interesting to see someone bold enough to play Zen in current meta. So in this case, both teams jockeying for position. Mayhem have position on the point, but NYXL are going to contest very aggressively, actually. It's kind of surprising to see. Like, one of the issues with the Sombra is that Sombra does not output as much effective DPS as a Zenyatta can, right? Zen, Discord, or plus Zen's DPS is going to outweigh Sombra. Unless Saebyeolbe like gets a hack onto the barrier. That's going to be a big deal. I guess Mano can take risky charges though, because he knows he has an Ana healing him, and charging Jonak's going to be very important. It might also take some pressure off Saebyeolbe. But yeah, there's no way they can take like an extended fight. That shouldn't happen. What happened to you, Chris? It is kind of an important thing that doesn't get highlighted enough, which is if Chris lands that boop, it basically kills Mano. You'll see Lucios do this a lot. You'll see Briggs try and do this a lot, but trying to get people into the nice Lotus in the middle. Very important, actually. If it happens, well, Reinhardt has to walk all the way up here. He has to go, oh, God, oh, my poor back, oh, my spine, all these stairs, oh, no, I'm an old man, I can't, oh, God, I'm back in the fight, and by then everyone's dead. Right, it's really rough. So that makes sense, at least. Does he just get Jonaked? Saebyeolbe gets the hack. Plays it safe, plays it safe, plays it safe. Makes sense. Not safe enough. He stopped playing it safe. He just went out into the middle of nowhere thinking, I'm gonna be fine. Nope, that's Jonak. Burn it, burp, 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 burp. And now you have way more healing, way more mobility. Excelsior just push in and win. This is very bad for Mayhem, because this means Excelsior are going to have all their ults, and they have a Sombra, so their ults are better than your ults. Are Mayhem going to try for an eco, or are they going to try for anything else? Excelsior want to win this fight just using EMP. That is ideal conditions here. Mission accomplished. Good work. Mayhem just got EMP out of them, got nothing else. Now, how's Saebyeolbe going to set up for this one? If they can get a hack and a shatter, that's an easy next fight, so you can see Fate very, very paranoid. Really like to see more spy checking, like it's very, very important at this precise moment. Oh! Oh, good timing. you think an episode of Coaching the Many will be coordinated as much as Probing the Many? Coaching the Many, I'm at the mercy of other people's camera. Unless it's my own replays that I'm looking at, I'm at the mercy of other people's camera work. So I can't like do as much on Probing. And if I'm coaching a team as coordinated as a pro level team, they probably wouldn't benefit a huge amount from my coaching. Like there's very little I could realistically teach them. Let's see. Mano is actually really like. I want to see the impetus of this grab. Like, what triggered it? What made BQB go, now's the time? Alright? What made him think, yep, this is the precise moment I want to use my Graviton Surge? He just sees two people clustered together, and that's it. That's what he goes for. Fate has to respect Mano. Mano has a bit of an episode. It kind of works. That was an interesting choice. Like I appreciate the fact that it's very easy for us to like have the top down view, but when you know, let's see this from Mano's perspective. He just completely fucking whiffs it. Like even from our perspective, it's not great. Oh, even from his perspective, it's kind of rough. Like he does have time to see. I was worried like if his face was pressed into Reinhardt too much, but I guess he thinks that the Zarya might have a bubble and might block the like if Zarya self bubbles, then she can block the shatter, and that's why he goes for the side swing. And tries to catch Zephyr, maybe? Or anyone trying to push too far in. I'm guessing that's the thought process. That, oh, BQB can block it, so I'm going to change my angle and try and catch Zephyr. It's still good enough, I think. Like, Mano still stopped everyone following in, and he's still blocking. So that grab was nothing. Ooh! A lot went wrong very quickly. Okay. This is even worse. What the fuck was this shit? Okay. So they're dropping low, and then it's like pretty much at the same moment. Is it at the same second? Let's find out. So there's BQB's ult. It's already gone. Let's go at low speed. Earth Shatter. Who ults first? Who blinks first? Nene or Hago? Nene or Hago? Waiting for it? Not yet. Not yet. Pass. Holy shit. They are both just ulted. We're running at 0.25 speed as well. So we're running slow. We could not be running any slower if we tried. They have literally both just ulted. So yeah, it's pretty much at the same time. That's unfortunate. I mean, it means that they won't get much value out of this. Like, they won't get value out of the trance, they won't get value out of the grab, so sort of typical GOAT situation. Fate, a lot of pressure on you, son. Pressure Mano, pressure Mano, pressure Mano. Oh, the boop! The boop! That's huge. Re-engage out of Excelsior. This is fine for Excelsior, they can just play it slow. It's all building up in their favor. That's not good. Even then, just die on the point. It's all fine. Try and get some more ults out of them. Might actually kill the Brig. Nope, Zephyr's piled in. Stall it out. Okay. Remember me mentioning that pit at the start? Yeah, it's kind of a big deal when people get knocked into it. No, that's kind of how that fight resolved. Doesn't matter too much for Excelsior, though. They have an EMP. Chris does have sound barrier, but he stood right next to Hagopen. Okay, he's got away. Saebyeolbe, I want to see a great setup. My bet is he's going to throw a Translocator and then... Oh, no. This is good. Oh, this is very good. Honestly, they can just fight. Yeah, just fight. Like, they have to use... Be still my beating heart. He's learned. He's learned. Old Saebyeolbe would have just ulted there. Odds of Outlaws winning tonight? Who do Outlaws play? Like, Outlaws have been... Oh, fuck. Low. Sorry to say. Vancouver, I mean, they're both well-rested teams, but... And Titans have had a rough season, but... The Springback... The shiny new player... Houston could throw... Like, I think if any team could do it, Houston aren't a bad pick. Because Houston don't play a typical fashion. So it's going... Like, it's not Somgoats on Somgoats. It's Houston's weird playstyle against Vancouver, who are sort of picking up Somgoats. Oh. No, I don't want to print the website. For God's sake. No. Cancel. Thank you. Oh yeah, Saebyeolbe, he's learned. Look at him, bless him. He throws it, and he doesn't do anything with it. He just does damage. He doesn't. Oh, it's so good to see. I don't know if it was a bait. I don't know if he just cancelled and just thought, no, you know what? I don't need to. Oh, it's very good to see. 93, 94, 95. Oh, Lucio's in there. Honestly, he could probably just hack at this point. Oh no, he's doing it again, isn't he? Okay, I thought the grab hit Saebyeolbe like mid-air. I don't like this from Saebyeolbe though. Hey, 4 forward, okay, yeah. We get a great kill on Fate. A little bit lucky on that one, but hey, it works out. And it's just the choice to like EMP here is strange to me. Because you can see Chris, you can see Chris. Zephyr like dogpiles in just to contest, which is great for your team because hey, Zephyr's taking a ton of damage. Fate goes for the Earth Shatter, gets Jonak, and then just runs in on his own. And it feels like you might just be able to go for a cheeky hack here instead of going for a full EMP. Like if you just hack Fate, he's in so much trouble. And you've killed Zephyr. Like you don't need that next you don't need the next step. You don't need the next phase of the fight. You already have advantage. Like, okay, I'm going to use fighting game terms to describe this, and it's important you understand the idea of advantage and neutral. So neutral in fighting game terms is there a good example anywhere here? No, I'm just going to draw it all over the screen. Okay, neutral in fighting game terms is when, you know, this is sort of the arena and you've got like, you know, this is Ken, and this is Chun-Li. To make it Chun-Li, we need like bigger thighs. There we go. Okay, and that's Chun-Li, and that's Ken and Chun-Li, and they're just sort of looking at each other, and this is what we consider neutral. Neither side has any advantage. But let's say that Chun-Li is then pressed into a corner. Well, then Ken has an advantage, right? He knows that Chun-Li can't back away from him. He knows that he has way more pressure and can like fight from here, and he knows that he can do stuff and play aggressively. And there's many different sort of forms of advantage, but being one person up in Overwatch is a massive form of advantage, right? You know that you have a stronger position, and it means that the enemy has to do something to recover. Now, you can, when you have advantage, just leverage more into that advantage, but I think at this moment, you almost want to keep Chris out of the fight, right? You sort of force Chris into a really awkward position by not using the EMP. If you don't use the EMP, Chris has to sit there and wait for the EMP, and maybe the fight just runs out, and yeah, you can just do whatever you want. The only thing that can stop Saebyeolbe is a sleep dart out of Hagapen, which is on cooldown. When did he use that? So, Hagapen fires it off at random. Fate goes for a Hail Mary. It's just, like, that's a good example of why Ana shouldn't do random sleep darts and why it's such a bad habit. Because this could have gone very differently. And I know this is like academics, but it's kind of a good lesson for you if you're an Ana player like me. Where if in the event of Saebyeolbe like pokes his nose out here and goes for a cheeky hack and tries to get Fate, and you get a sleep dart on him, suddenly the whole dynamic of this fight changes. Like, Saebyeolbe can die, something can kill Saebyeolbe, they might be able to get a charge in him, something like that could happen. They get some sort of swing back into the fight. It means that you know that he's not going to be able to contribute for a little while. You can do all sorts of cool things with that. But because Hagapen's randomly fired off, he doesn't have that option. So Saebyeolbe was 100% safe to go for a hack there. Little things, little things. Said he goes for an EMP, he goes for the full EMP. And I mean, they have more resources, more players. Makes sense that they just win the fight. They're playing less desperate. Okay. It's map 1. Sloppy still out of Excelsior. Like, not the quality you would expect to see out of Excelsior, in my opinion. It's still not... When you thought of Excelsior in, like, last season and earlier on, I suppose, it's like... Everything was so crisp. Like, if you wanted to look at how perfect Overwatch was played, you looked at NYXL. NYXL played perfect Overwatch. Mayhem didn't, to say the least. Oh, that's a team comp. Somehow, oh, no. Waiting for 3. Okay, important time to note if you are interested in Overwatch. 3:45 when you can press tab and see what the enemy team's running. So there we go, Mano. Swapping to the Winstonio. Some goats with the Zen against some goats with the Ana. Very important for Hagapen to build a lot of ult charge very quickly here. So Fate's going to be on low ground, contest. Important for Fate not to get hacked and killed. Looks like they're going to just go straight goats. They need a lot of ult charge very quickly. Very good way of stopping that is diving the Ana. And here's the thing, with that dive, I don't think they had any intention of getting a kill on Ana. Like, it would have been nice, it's possible, but they basically sidestepped 2 major issues, which is kind of cool to see. First is, yeah, Fate he still kind of gets a lot of ult charge here, but without the Ana being able to support him, he's way more vulnerable. Like, he has to be way more careful. Hagapen's going to get so low ult charge out of this. And that early win condition that you try and play off with the Ana, like the idea is you build up a very fast nano boost and then you can sort of turn it on and get a bunch of kills. That's gone. Like they've managed to actually sort of stall that out, so that's a really cool little push. Saebyeolbe is going to die. He's completely isolated himself. Why? And how? He's low, he's low, he's low, he's low. He's still half. I'm getting healing onto him. He pushes out Fate. And then puts himself in this really silly position. Like, this is not good. That's really not good. I've talked about this concept numerous times, but it applies... I suppose it's different for Excelsior, but it still kind of works. Which is importance of sightlines to your healers. Jonak definitely can't help him here. There's no way that Jonak can, like... Jonak would have to, like, stand here to be able to help him, right? Like, I can even move the camera. It's like the first point you see Saebyeolbe is, like, here? This isn't where Zen wants to be. This isn't where Zen lives. This is death for Zenyatta. So, yeah, he has to be over here. No one can help him. Brig might be able to get a health pack to him, maybe. But then, like, Lucio's going to be of 0 help as well. And they're not playing with the Ana, so, like, the sightlines aren't quite as important. But he's just, like, gone here. Drop down, and then your supports can help you. If supports can't help you, you're going to die. And the scary part here is that BQB can now build EMP. Like, this is giving BQB time. This is giving Hagopen time. On the bright side, Excelsior have a pretty robust win condition in Grav. Like, Nene is kind of a ticking time bomb here. But they don't... I imagine they really don't want to use Grav to take first point. Oh, and this is even slower. There we go. They got the Diva. Okay, dive towards the Ana to push them out. Take some ground. Start contesting the point. Force Mayhem to do something. Mayhem content to just build charge. Look, they've got it. Fate's going to jump into the backline any second now. And there he goes. All the way into the backline. Jonak dies. EMP for next fight. One ultimate. That's the advantage Ana has. And all that time dilly-dallying due to Saebyeolbe going down. Buys him time to get the nano boost up and running. Get that advantage. It's time that Jonak doesn't have to like farm because he doesn't have space to farm. He can't peak reliably and safely anymore. Now they push. Nene is asleep. Eesh. I mean, yeah, they're pressuring the shit out of Hagopen, but Saebyeolbe might just die again. Nope, it's going to play back to the point. Okay. Jonak's in an interesting position. Jonak is hella brave. What the hell? Why is he here? Okay, this is weird. I suspect that we're just going to see Jonak like float his little ass off to just get back here as quickly as possible because
Pass into the iris.
that was an odd decision. It still works because of anti-nade. It feels like no one noticed Jonak. Like he got away with murder there. Like that's so bizarre to see a Zen do that with Transcendence. Because the big issue here is if Winston like notices, if Fate goes, oh, well, there's just a Zenyatta all on his own over there. I'm a jump it. What happens? Who reacts to it? You know, how do they react to that? Like Zephyr's in a good place to go fight him. Fate's in a good place to go fight him. BQB could find him. That's insane. If you aren't Jonak, don't do that. For the love of Christ, don't do that. This push is done. They continue to hold on to... Oh, this push might not be done. Rockin' Jonak, boys! This is why he gets a skin. This is why he gets the skin. Oh my god. No way. No way. Oh, I've got to see that shot. We've got to see that shot in slow motion. What level of bullshit did he just pull off to actually save that fight?
Beacon in place. Translocating.
Okay. Discord, shot. Good hit from the Zarya. BQB in trouble. Has no translocate. Stealthed. I believe means Jonak can't see him. He killed a stealthed Sombra with a right click. With a headshot into the right click. And at that point, yeah, like, if I was Animo, I'd be like, yeah, we fight now, boys! I can press Q! I get to press Q! I can do things! Mayhem's just engaged into us really hard, and I can press Q! Oh, I feel so nice. Chris, can you press Q? Yeah, you can, but it's a bit late. Oh. What a play. What a play. BKB must be going. That's so much bullshit. And that's Jonak, baby. What a king. What a king. Okay. Now the question is, how do NYXL win this? From this point. From this position. I think the short and sweet answer is you can't. Like, unless they get some real juicy picks. Mayhem have a lot of advantages in this fight. They have Nano, they have EMP. That should be a win for them. I'm guessing Mano's just going to continue to mark Hagopan. He's been doing it pretty much non-stop so far. He might be he might go for like a knockback though using Primal and might try and boop some people out, but yeah. Oh. What's the rest of the team doing while all this is happening? Like, he's got everyone chasing him. Guys, the entire team's after me. EMP's not bad, not great, but not bad. Diva Bomb for space. I like it. How did Saebyeolbe set that up? Was that planned? Yeah, it's planned. Saebyeolbe is playing very specifically to bomb the EMP. That's cool. That's really cool. I like it. Still might not be enough, but honestly, a good use of Diva Bomb. There go the kills. I'd say that's a success for Excelsior. Like, they traded, what, Diva Bomb and Primal for Nano and EMP? I'll take it. Yep, stay in spawn, lads. Don't give BKB anything. Traded Rally too? Excelsior, yeah. Did they? Yeah, they must have used it. Saebyeolbe has his. Fate changes to Ryan, mana changes to Orion as well. Okay, makes sense. The Grav is still a time bomb. Nene's Grav is a big deal here. I'll be very curious to see how they handle it. BKB trying to get what he can, scavenging for it. This is jockeying for position. Nano's almost got his ult. BKB almost has his. Been farming like a madman. Good job, BKB. As EMP. Okay. Imagine Mayhem's just going to play off the back of it. Fate's also setting Hagopan up with another ult. There it is. Oh! Baited. Doesn't matter. EMP's a good ult. That's rough. Like, I like Jonak's positioning here. I really do. I think that's great. Playing out of sight line. Like, he eventually just stops firing and just goes, yep, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to catch it. Mano gets antied, though. Not much they can do about that. No Diva. He's hacked. Can't stop it. One of the advantages of Sound Barrier there. Did Animo have it? Did he have it? Should Animo have been hiding there and not Jonak? Oh, he only just got it. Okay, fair enough. Fair play. Not completely mistaken, Jae Hong has a background in a Korean CS clone. Wouldn't surprise me. Like, all of these guys are fucking phenomenal aiming. Most of them generally have a background in something else. Overwatch, one of the cool parts of Overwatch was that it became a melting pot of a lot of other games. Unfortunately, I don't know the background of too many Korean players beyond their Overwatch careers, and even then, my knowledge of the Korean scene isn't spectacular. So it's better than average, but not incredible. Okay, you got Sound Barrier for this, you can block it. You got EMP, you got Grav, you got so many ways to win this, Excelsior. This is literally on Mayhem to win this fight. Hagapen needs to hit the best grenade of his life, and Fate needs to just kill everybody somehow. Well, Fate ain't killing everyone. Okay, rally for rally. Sound barrier? Chris? Nope, they're holding on to it. Oh no, Fate got it. Animo's down. Chris still holding on to it, but he's caught by the EMP. Never a good position. He can ult here. Does it out of desperation. Mano gets blocked. Very nice. And that fight's over. Maybe? Maybe not, actually. Oh, no. Completely called it wrong. Oh. They're not going to come back with trance. They can do this. What the hell? Like, it's a great engage. They get the Zarya. Or this is the counter engage, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go all the way back. This is a long fight, Jesus. Okay. So yeah, come play with us, Fate! Come play with us! Counter grab to stop Fate getting in. Can't really kill off the back of it, but that's fine. You've got EMP. Holding it, holding it, holding it. Just trying to play point, trying to play point. Like, that's not bad. Saebyeolbe dies for it because Saebyeolbe apparently cannot EMP without using his Translocator first. It just seems like a mandatory thing for him. Oh no, okay. Okay. Like, it's such a minor thing. It's such a small thing, but it's just like... Wait a split second. Put your Translocator somewhere. If you got the hack onto Chris there, that would have been huge. And then I think he gets horny for it. And it's just like, press E. Like, that's all you need to do. Turn around and press E. And then EMP this. Because... Like, at this point, I'm pretty sure Saebyeolbe's just like, oh yeah, I've won. Right? Like, this is, oh, I've won. I've EMP'd the Lucio. We win. Most of the team should be EMP'd. They have no sound barrier. Great. Grand. Luckily, Animo comes up huge. That was a big boop. Big old boop. Great block. Oh no! Say a player, why? Why say a player? I'm gonna go very specifically to Hagapen's viewpoint here. This is an important note for anyone and everyone. Where is safety? Where are you safe here? Tell you where you're not safe. This way. This way isn't safe. Do you know why that way isn't safe? Because Reinhardt's just going to be running right after you and plow you down. Ana can't help you. Sombra can barely help you. Lucio might be able to help you a little bit, I guess, maybe. This isn't safe. This is not safety. Safety might be more this way, actually. Safety might be this way. Safety is not this way. It's like, oh, by time they have to hunt me down. Yeah, they still kill you. Jonak was caught by that hack and is still fine, because Brig. Lol. Saebyeolbe's back, so the ball isn't going to be very useful. Diva not very useful. Saebyeolbe can just sit at the back and hack everything, hopefully. Instead he's sitting at the front. There we go. Nice.
Experience tranquility.
I found
Whoa, this stretch. He won multiple champions. Called Crossfire. Ooh. Hack removes EMP removes any auto shield. Normal hack does not. EMP clears all shields and barriers. Hack means you cannot deploy barriers. Jumping the air and hacking on the way down might be. I know where you went for that one on the Lucio. Like, if Chris wants to piss around on the sky, you just jump up, hack him. It's safe to do. And then he falls down because he can't stay on the walls, which is always nice. A hack Lucio is generally a dead Lucio. Double sniper. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Triple DPS. Solo Orisa. Guessing they're anticipating, like, the pharmacy again? This is a difficult choke. Normally this is a difficult choke for Sombras to get through. Normally this is. But, well, Mayhem aren't even playing one, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say, but there's no Diva. I mean, the Hanzo is going to cause a lot of issues for it. Mayhem just figuring out what they want to play. Looks like they're going to go double sniper with a Roadhog instead of a Sombra. Well, a lot of pressure on Saebyeolbe here. On paper, nice, very nice. On paper, there is a big benefit to having the Roadhog where the enemy team does not. Right? You just like sum up and total up all the DPS of both sides. Mayhem do more. Just because Roadhog does more damage than Sombra, especially to barriers. So Mano's barrier is going to be a lot weaker in theory than Fate's. It's just all about sightlines. Like, Saebyeolbe and BKB have to push in, so Nene and Libero can kind of control sightlines that way. Saebyeolbe can also create a little bit of pressure to try and contest the snipers a little bit, but it's always going to be risky against something like Saebyeolbe. Someone as good as Saebyeolbe especially. And, yeah, Roadhog has a hook. How did that hook go through? What did they... Managed to block that one. They literally, what, wait 8 seconds and then just do it again? I mean, this works in Diamond. it still seems to work here. This is why Orisa Hog is so cool, in my opinion. Just as like a tank duo. All the other tank duos, and this is why I like playing Orisa Hog, because it feels like all the other tank duos, you are very dependent on other people like following you up to do stuff. That's a nice kill. Still not really over yet, though. Like, you've lost your Orisa. That's dangerous and scary. Like, there's nothing stopping, and it looks like this is about to happen. Fate just plonks the barrier here. Hagapen stands behind it, and what do Excelsior do? How do you deal with this? But yeah, the cool part about Hog Risa is that they are very independent. Like, you can just kind of do what you want. And they have Zephyr on the Diva as well. Eesh. Like, how do you deal with this team comp? Oh, that's how you do it. They didn't get the 2/3. They didn't get the 2/3. They didn't get the. What was Fate's barrier? Okay, that one's fine. Play the small room. I'm guessing you say no. Yeah, Saebyeolbe has that one. Oh, Fate worries a little bit too much about his teammates, I think. I think having both the Hog and the Diva in there, not great. Hi, Hanzo. I mean, being honest, there's nothing stopping them, like, just plonking the barrier here and going, yeah, just fucking deal with it, boys. Libero's dead, so they're not going to have, like, a Hanzo sniping over the top. This just feels like a little bit over fancy, and then you got like an anti-synergy happening. There's no healers left, so these guys are just gonna die. Still not too bad. Still not the end of the world. If I go to Orisa Hog, it feels so rewarding. It feels so rewarding to play as well. Like, I've been playing a lot of Roadhog, or at least last season I played a ton of him. Had a really good time. I mean, Mayhem have no safeties here, so... My question is, like, what does Saebyeolbe do? Who do you hack? I guess you just EMP, like, the core tank line, but... You have to have a really good position to kill him. Ugh. Whoa. Was he visible? Just random ass halt. It's like, oh, we got someone. Oh, God, that would have been huge if they got that. There's a Dragon Strike, EMP. Nice use of Mano's pile driver as well. Sets everything up for Libero to get the kills. Okay, nice. Next fight, what? Nano Animo. Go Nano Animo. Give me a Nano Valk. Please, Nano Valk. I live for a Nano Valk. Don't think it's going to happen though. I think they're going to Nano Mano. Which is fun to say. Change to normal goats. Change to normal goats. Well, some goats. Makes sense. Infrasight, BKB, not going to have a good time. Always very unfun. Moira, I really like that actually. You got 1 minute, basically, to do a push. They're playing DPS comps. Moira's always a good pick. That orb was a little bit spotty. To get all that healing out. Oh, Hagapen, look at that, 40% already.
60 seconds.
This is a dangerous angle into a Hammond. Okay, they're going underneath. That's nicer, I think. Pressuring out Nene. Pressuring out a lot, actually. BKB might die. That's not good. It feels like they went for everything and consequently went for nothing. What? Okay, I take back everything I just said. Let's get the fancy view. Okay, so the issue here is like, what do you dive? What do you go for? And like stuff like this isn't atypical, right? This is pretty typical. Like the Winston goes, contests the Widow. Okay, yeah, gold star, ticking a gold star, fine. You do you. You have Sombra sort of playing oversight on the point, so if Mano wants to try and contest it, well, you got to hack, like you can just stand here and try and hack people. Great. Freaking grand. Brilliant. Good start. Fine with it. Play point, go from there.
Helden sterben nicht.
Then Mano goes... Not Mano. BKB goes contest the Hanzo on his own, but he's got Valking, Mercy, and Ana keeping him alive, so that's just going to generate some ult charge. That's all that's really going to do effectively. There's no follow-up dive behind it. The Winston gets jumped away from, that's fine, that's what's expected. But because the Sombra left and went to try and contest a Hanzo, for some reason, well, yeah, now Mano is just free to do what he wants. And so just rolls through the team, splits them. BKB just dies. And then they just lose all focus of what they want to do. Like, are they just hungry for ult charge? Is that the plan? Oh, we'll try and get ult charge and push in the last 10 seconds. That's the plan. That is a plan. Oh! Oh! Oh, no, he's fine. Okay. Oh look, BKB doesn't have ult. Who could have seen this coming? Everyone could have seen this coming. Saebyeolbe does have ult. Just wait for Moira to press Q. That might be jumping the gun. They've nanoed Libero. I want to see some beautiful Hanzo shots. He's got the Winston in his sights. Did he just miss Winston? He just missed Winston twice. 3 times. Oh, he got the Diva. Missed the Diva. Got the Diva. Oh, and then suddenly, without nano, annihilates Moira. let's talk about an important concept. Not just in Overwatch, but in life, okay? A very important concept that we all need to understand and embrace and keep heed of. That concept is hubris. Okay? Hubris is when you are too proud, or you think you are too good, or you are better than whatever is happening. Hubris is, I know I can win this fight. We can win this fight. We have so many resources. Everything is in our favor. They have nothing. We can do whatever we like, and we can win. What do we do with our fight? Well, we do the same setup as we used before, where we Dragon Strike and Pile Drive, but this time, Mayhem are just all rotated, well, translating through the map. So Libero's aimed this dragon to sort of try and split the team, but everyone's already through. Saebyeolbe can't quite EMP many people. Gets nobody. Pile Drive got nobody. There's the Pile Drive marker. Oh, it's gone now. And they just spent 3 ultimates to do nothing. Why? Why? You could have just let them come to the point. EMP. Boom. Done. You win. They fired everything. They got Hagapen with a lucky arrow. Oh. Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Hagapen got a bad spawn. He's probably going to go right into that spawn there and pick Zenyatta. Ooh! 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 Aww. No? Ooh! 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 We got a Reaper. Why Reaper? Why was he stood by spawn? He was stood by spawn in case someone swapped to like a D.Va or some shit, then he would probably move away from it. If they move to Moira, maybe? They might move away from it. If they move to Lucio, they might move away from it as well. Oh no, they have Lucio. Against this team comp, if Fate jumps in, like, wait, they have a D.Va, so they're still playing it into D.Va. That's interesting. I mean, I guess the theory is, well, okay, Fate jumps in, they hack Zephyr or Fate, and then Reaper can just kill everything. I transfix. I want to see what this does. It's going on a flank, which is an interesting decision. Found the translocator. There we go. Okay. There was a lot of cleverness going on. There comes a point where cleverness is unnecessary, almost. Like, Mayhem engage super hard, push in, and your Reaper is pissing about teleporting into the back line. Like, if your Reaper's just here, well, this doesn't happen, for a start. Like, they just cannot do that at all. And I mean, in fairness, Fate pushes out regardless, or just gets pushed out regardless, so hey, good job. EMP feels a little bit rushed, like a little bit just overcooked. I guess he wants to get rid of the Brig, like that's what he sees. Okay, well we can handle Brig and we can kill Brig and win.
Helden sterben nicht.
Jonah gets landed on as well. Don't think they can really stop Animo rezzing something here, if he wanted to. They have to peel back and deal with Nene, so at least like Reaper did that. Like they have to handle that. Re-engage. Got the Sandbar and the re-engage as well, which is kind of nice. Can afford to give up a little bit of time. Spicy hot mercy action. Mano pulls everybody out. Everybody follows. Great anti-nade from Jonak. And that just gives them space on the point to regroup. Like, Mayhem's target focus, like, they're focusing down targets, but it almost feels like they're doing it too much. It's like everybody went and followed the Reaper. Everybody went and followed the ball. Even though the ball was off point. Even though there was an Ana just, like, free-firing behind you. Everybody went after it. Handle the Diva. Do some spy checking. Do all this good stuff. No Zarya on the side of Mayhem as well, which is always nice. Makes it hard for them to win. Fate with a bold forward position. Just contest the point a little bit, pulls some people off high ground, but it's just Libero who really is stuck off high ground at this point. BKB has ult. This is not going to go well.
Apagando las luces.
That's great out of Jonak. Like, not only did he dodge the EMP, he gets the Nano out onto Mano. Mano isn't EMP'd. Oh no, Mano is. So we'll go down. Okay. Pushing, leveraging it. Same tactic as before, same thing we saw NYXL do. Use the Diva Bomb to clear the EMP. I like it. And at this point, spawn differential. Hey, it's 6 versus 5 now, so we win. Mayhem gain pretty much nothing. Like, they have EMP advantage, but that might not even factor. Yeah, I guess it will. I got the nano boost out. Excelsior might struggle with this fight, but BKB needs to work his little butt off to try and get an EMP or something. And they need it quickly. So they're just gonna go for it. What? Well, that'll teach you to put your translocator right there, won't it? Nope, he didn't put it there. The Sayer player just spotted him and nailed him. Holy shit. It's still good for Mayhem. That's a little bit rough. Still clear the point one by one. As long as BKB gets these hacks in. That's actually real nice. Okay. They should just win on this. Intentional Boostio. Never a good position to be in. I don't know what feels worse, the accidental Lucio Nano or when you have to Nano Lucio on purpose. You know you're in dire goddamn straits then. That's a big bomb. Still not enough. Don't see 9, don't see 9, Chris. There we go. Bloody hell. It's heavy weather. Where's Libero and Widowmaker? I'm gonna come out of spawn and kill everyone on Widow. Oh wait, they're playing goats, fuck. Fade's win and kill 4. I think he's Winston, he'll clean up. That's what he do. Excelsior only have to take 1/3. What option do they pick? It looks like goats. I imagine they're not just going to play goats, not even some goats. Yep. 1 minute 20 is not much time to build an EMP reliably. Mayhem double sniper with Sombra. Oh no, they're going for it. I'm guessing they're going for a scout then? Mano's gonna see what they're running. Back to spawn, back to goats. Okay. Surprise. Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see why they're playing the Ana. They could play Moira into this, but honestly, you set Mano as bait. Jonak tries to build as fast as possible and aggressively as possible. And if they get Nano, like, say a player is just gonna die, or Zephyr's gonna die. That's a great nade. Nope, he's gonna nade himself, yep. Don't see 9, Mayhem. Interesting that he's not... Yeah, there we go, back to healing. Ooh! Not sure on that choice. Yeah, he's still done it. Okay, now die. Like, honestly, Mayhem should just stall him. If Mayhem stalled him there, I think they might win this. I mean, that's Jonak for you. That's like the trade-off of having Jonak, right? He will shoot aggressively rather than defensively. Mayhem has 1 tank? Yeah, that's not too uncommon. Double sniper, 1 tank. That's rough. That sucks. Good job, BKB. Like, that's actually impressive. Okay, we have a real fight in our hands. The EMP just didn't win it. Let's go from above. Yeah, there's a stall. Well, not even the stall. I love it if they stall that.
10 seconds remaining.
They're desperate to run through it. Same combo that NYXL kind of employed, just not quite as effectively. Jonak just nanos to try and, like, make sure people don't die, I guess. Which, honestly, like, that's real nice, because that's a big win condition. Nene's not going to get a goddamn ult, is he? Hagapen might get his own. Winston finally makes it to the point. BKB's fine. This is BKB. Sombra's A-OK. Now you got trouble. Well. You hit that one. You got that one as well. Oh, you got him. I want to draw your attention to, like, one small thing. One really small thing. Yeah, setting up. EMP Dragon Strike. Catches them. Bunch of damage on Nene. Good stuff. Place for safety. Good stuff. Takes his time with the Storm Arrows, which is really nice to see. Kind of spams those last 2 out. This is the really cool thing. So, he knows he can kill Nene. Gets rid of the barrier, helps get rid of the barrier, which is great. Doesn't just fire, takes his time, right? He, like, you see the crosshair, like, wave over him. He could have fired that arrow a little bit earlier, but he just takes his time. He just takes a moment because he knows there's a barrier in front of him. He knows that he's safe. He knows that he can take that extra half second to just make sure the shot lands, and does it. And that's really cool, I think. It's hard to get that discipline as a player. I think most pros will have it, if not all pros will have it. But as a normal player, having the discipline to know, oh, I can take my time with this shot. If this shot lands, we're in a really good place. Should be encouraged, especially when playing Hanzo. It's very easy to just spam arrows out. Do the old spamzo.
Too much blood was spilt in my country during the
Let's shoot for a new high score.
Let's see what they decide to run. Good old Eichenwald. Mayhem not running the sombrero. Nene looking for any cheeky faras. Zephyr going for a scout. There is no cheeky fara. Interesting. No. Okay. Some goats versus regular goats. All pressure on Saebyeolbe here. Look at Chris's positioning. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Saebyeolbe spotted it, which is good. If Mano tries to go through down here, you can imagine, you know, oh, boop, launch the Reinhardt in. Good eye, Saebyeolbe. Good lad for checking the corners. Get Chris out of that corner. He can't stay there. Excelsior just pushing in. I'd like to see Mayhem fight this. Good. Not much more to say. Mano got a bit big for his boots. Sayer player blocks. Does die. Mano should die. Doesn't die. Won't die. No death. Nene building a lot of charge so far. BKB in the same position. Excelsior actually taking control. Like, they're not looking to really fight here. They're just looking to pressure and just, like, grind Fate's barrier down, keep Nene charged, build towards ults, all that kind of stuff. Make sure Saebyeolbe can farm safely and that stuff. Do you respect pro Hanzos just same as ladder Hanzo? I respect, like, very high level Hanzos. Like, that's very difficult to do and they get to the reliability point. It's just a very big investment to do. Oh, this is one. Hagapen Nano Fate.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine. You're powered up. Damn.
Is this a good example of the power of Zenyatta? Yes, it is. Nano boosted Reinhardt. Hagapen is kind of in position to help him out, but he's just surrounded as well. Zen can just fire into him. Melts. No chance of using defense matrix or anything, I imagine. Did Saebyeolbe get him? Let's confirm that. Unless I've said something silly. No, Zephyr wasn't caught by it. Zephyr just didn't bother to do anything. Okay. Okay then. Guess he just didn't have the matrix. Down we go. Gonna die. And Excelsior just do the same thing over again. Saebyeolbe farms an ult. Mayhem need to do a lot to just try and steal initiative here.
My ultimate is charging.
They're gonna have to contest at some point. This is good out of Saebyeolbe. Catch you with the trance. Standard as you like. Hagapen didn't get a grenade in, so you don't win the fight. Fate's not set up for an Earth Shatter. Counter grav. Earth Shatter whiffs. Kills come through. Like, Excelsior are playing perfectly. This looks like NYXL, right? It's just, this is clinical, simple. All the win conditions are in their favor. How do Mayhem win a fight? As long as Jonak keeps track and keeps pace with BQB, that's fine. They can sound barrier at any time Hagapen tries to use nano boosts. They don't have to save it for EMP or anything. They can sound barrier for Diva Bombs. If Diva Bomb's even a threat, which it rarely is on its own. How do you win as Mayhem? Like, aside from just crash into them, but they have Zen, you don't.
Are you ready? Here I come.
Like, they're literally just gonna pull back. Like, Fate's just... Yeah, you can hold that area, but you can't do much more. That's all they can literally do with that. You can't chase them, they're just gonna run away. Engage with Sound Barrier, Diva Bomb to try and reclaim space. Everyone blocks it. I think Mayhem just don't have a chance with this team comp. Even with Saebyeolbe's slightly dubious Sombra, it's more than enough to win this. And not having a Zenyatta leaves you so vulnerable to grab. Excelsior could, like, Excelsior, if they reduce this to one fight, if they can get around this corner and reduce this to one fight, they will win on the back of this and this. They will just use both and win. There is not a damn thing Mayhem can do about it. Or they'll just get the grab, try and bait Lucio into using Sound Barrier to try and block it, and then EMP after.
Into the iris.
Like, if Hagapen can't land a nade into that every time, there's no point in playing the Ana. There is literally no point in playing the Ana. So here's the, like, you can make this, I guess you can make this comp work if you do something very, very, very specific. Let me show you how you win a fight with this. Instead of having the Ana position where Hagapen's positioning right now, where he, like, stays all the way back here, and then he ends up back here, sort of behind this pillar. If he positions here, and you grab them here, then he can jump into the grab and basically grab the floor and play the suicide Ana role, right? Because where that grab is now, there is no way Hagapen gets a nade through all the barrier and all the shit in the way. You just can't. You don't. You need to grab right here with the Ana right here and then, like, go through and try and get it that way. And that's the only way I can see them winning a fight. Or they just get a random ass Earth Shadow through. That could do it too. They ping Fate back, grab, contains Fate. Oh look, how do you survive that? You don't, is the simple answer. No one on NYXL has died. They still have EMP. Oh, Animo's feeding. Baptiste, I love the swap to Baptiste at the last moment. I personally enjoy doing that myself. They don't even need it. What if the nade is on the wall above the shields? The issue is, like, he got the cart, so there's a big barrier in front of it on the right. It's still quite far away from the wall, so the radius isn't probably going to hit it. Chances are you just hit the top left corner of the barrier. There's a Zarya in there as well, who's blocking it. There's a D.Va who's going to try and eat the grenade. No, there's no D.Va because they have the Sombra. There's just a lot of, like, maybe we can do this. And, like, there's a good chance the Zarya just boxed it all anyway. It's very hard to win from that position.
Ready for 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers in.
That's a team comp.
Defend objective A.
Libero. Pretty famous for his fire, actually. Pretty good with it. I mean, Animo was also very much known for his Mercy, so. Nene on the Junkrat as well. This is a very spammy comp. Very spammy indeed. Say a player on the Kree. I do quite like that. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what's gonna happen if you only have a Mercy. You gotta get the res. There we go. Libero's just gonna farm for ult. Nene's probably gonna do the same. Where is Nene positioned? He's just behind the Orisa, where he should be. Fate's barrier is gonna last all of like 0.2 seconds. There it goes. Got a new one. The Hanzo effect, ladies and gentlemen. That's why nobody plays 200 hit point heroes anymore. It's weird because I kind of like Excelsior's comp except for one very important detail. I don't like the Junkrat. Let's run through it. Let's talk about this Junkrat pick because it's kind of the odd fish in this team comp. So the pharmacy works on this map because, hey, you got like this great big pillar in the middle of it, right? You got this great big tower in the middle that you can sort of bounce around and it gives you a lot of cover, vertical cover. You can spam the choke down really nicely, Build ults very nicely. You can drop down and barrage a lot of different places. It's a really good Pharah map for first point. So that's grand. Okay, that's great. The Orisa, like if you're going to pick any tank to try and hold around these areas with and sort of play safe, yeah, Orisa's probably the pick in current meta. Like she can kind of look after herself. She's somewhat survivable. There is a bit of it, like a small danger in that if they just do run goats, they can kind of maybe run the Orisa down, but she should survive long enough that, you know, the Pharah can sort of kill things. And maybe blow 1 or 2 targets away, and sort of Mano just tries to play around that. Tries to survive long enough to do that. Jonak can try and keep him alive. Animo can res him, potentially. Jonak should just play very safely, play very far back. What does Nene add to the comp? Well, he can spam down here, so any barrier is going to go down in like 2 seconds flat, but that doesn't matter as much, and being honest, Junkrat's nades do what? Are they 140 now, or are they 160 now on direct hit? I think it's 140 still. I believe. I don't think they one-shot a Tracer. Or are they still 120? Because Hanzo arrows are 120. And Hanzo is more accurate. And Hanzo spams out way more damage. Basically, Hanzo is a better Junkrat at this point. Like, the only reason why you tend to run Junkrat on certain comps is if you think they might run Nano Blades, and then you can use Riptire to counter Nano Blade, and that gives you a good option there. I don't think anyone's going to run Nano Blade on this map. Or at least, I don't think Mayhem are going to do it. So it becomes a bit of an odd fish, because the Junkrat can't really kill anything. Like, you can maybe get Saebyeolbe if Saebyeolbe isn't careful. But he's literally just fighting the Pharah and doesn't feel contested. So yeah, I don't understand the Junkrat in there. I think it worked great on ladder. Pharah Junkrat, amazing on ladder. Don't think it really working against a pro team. I don't think they would slip up against the Junkrat enough. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me to see him swap off onto the D.Va. Like, and I think Nene has a lot of options to play. You could play Hanzo, you could play Roadhog in theory on there as well. I imagine we're going to see a Nano Mano. There it is. Like, there's no... Every single fight, Jonak should probably be able to build up an ult here. And every single fight's going to look like this unless Florida change what they're playing. 40%, 50%. Nene and Mano just need to take damage. And they're going to have a big angry gorilla fighting them every single time. Like, they EMP this fight, Nano the next fight, and just rotate between the two comps. Rotate between the two win conditions. Yeah, like, what's Dragon Strike going to do? I mean, let's run through it, right? She can fly. She can fly. She's miles back. She can teleport. He can jump. She can fly. What does Dragon Strike do here? Sod and all. It clears some space. Congratulations. What does the Hanzo do here? He can maybe help DPS down Mano, but with an Ana pumping damage into him, that's going to be difficult. He can sort of help contest the Pharah. He can maybe one-shot Saebyeolbe. Feels risky. Okay. That's a choice. Oh, look, it's gone. Don't know why they're still here. EMP Barrage. Good enough. BQB, swap. Hanzo, please swap. McCree, please swap. There we go. Saebyeolbe EMP last fight is on 63% of the next one. Mayhem are in a lot of trouble. They have 3 minutes at least, which is a plus. Like, Libero has to do a lot of work on this pharmacy. The nano boost is not going to be quite as effective anymore. I imagine we're going to see Mano get the nano for the next fight. He's going to jump in and get bounced out like crazy. So yeah, they're playing very careful around it. Just buying Saebyeolbe time. Great anti. Amazing anti. Get one. Might still actually just be enough. Might not. Just about enough. What happened in the rest of that fight? Let's find out. It just feels like they can't get to anyone. Janet's playing very safely. Libero peels back to help him. Diva bomb. Oh, Fate, why did you jump, son? Why did you jump? Maybe the barrier was running out. Might be worried why he jumped. Oh look, Saebyeolbe has another EMP. Nano Fate hunt down Jonak maybe? But Animo and Libero just wait it out and then they go and res it. BKB needs like one hell of a hack onto the Pharah here. If he gets a hack on Libero, it could actually really do a lot. But oh hey Nene, good to see you, son. Fate can't really contest up there. There's a Pharah. Well, that's one hell of a way to deal with the Nano. Okay, 6-man EMP. Never gonna get a better chance here. Anti-nade as well. Holy shit, they've done it. Libero's hacked, so no barrage, no clutch barrages. Holy moly. BQB, what a god. Well played. Gets the EMP and survives. Clutch EMP. Everyone's antied. Hagapen gets a great anti. Feels good, man. Libero, please swap. Please, Libero. Swap. Swapperoo. Swap away. No, they're going to stay on it. Okay, Nanomano. That's fine, although Sayer player is going to bounce him out. Oh, we've got a good look behind Briggs' eyes. So this is the issue, is that you got a Lucio and a Brig whose job is literally now control the Winston as much as possible. Libero's had to retreat for the hills. Diva bomb out of Zephyr. Oh! Always literally the worst feeling in the world when you're playing Pharah, right? You're dropping a little bit low. You're backing off. It's a good rockets. Nice. Good stuff. And you decide, you know what? I'm going to press shift. And so you press shift. And the moment you press shift, you hear Diva go, nerf this. And you go, well. Well. I'm dead. Animo can res him, at least. Yeah, the Winston buggers off, but even then, it's like, this is not a good position now. This has to be clutch SL, Libero. Well, you got one. he technically got two, I guess. He got himself as well. I killed two people, lads. Winston and Pharah. But they don't have a Pharah. Our Pharah. It's almost as if the Pharah strat is very dubious and doesn't really work. Good evasion. Good job, Hagapen. What do you think about self-nano and comp? The issue I have with self-nano is like, unless it boosts your healing output, it would always feel like a very weird thing to do, because it basically turns Ana into a two-shot machine. You do 100 damage per shot with nano, or at least 100 damage per shot. So you can two-shot squishies. And it's a good safety tool to keep you alive, but other people should do that for you. Like, it almost feels like a trap to nano something else, to nano yourself instead of something else. Set up the engage. Diva bomb, EMP. It's a classic combo. doesn't get Fate, but Fate should die here anyway. Yep, good enough. And honestly, I think NYXL just play it slow from here. Interesting commitment. Oh, BBQB! Oh, he's back! Oh my god, I want to see that from first person. Are you kidding me? Backs the hell out of that. He's hacked, he's hacked, he's hacked, he's hacked, he's hacked. No longer hacked. Get the translocator out there! Ooh. Nice. Like, my opinion on Ana is generally Ana should be healing, right? If Ana's nano boosted, then she's probably going to want to shoot other people. And that's not useful for your team. It's almost like crippling your team because now you don't have Ana's healing. Okay. EMP, anti-nade. Great purge out of Nene. Holy shit, Nene. You might have just saved your team with that. Ryan's area? That's so good. That's so good. He sees the translocator come in, goes out of line of sight, comes back out, bubbles the focus target. Boom. Great sense. Like, that is just spot on. Small thing, right? Very simple, small thing, but having that bubble is such a difference maker. It means that Ryan can be healed. It means that Ryan has 200 extra hit points. It means that Zarya does more damage. It means all these good things. And now Nene's rushing towards a Graviton Surge. Mayhem cannot deal with a Graviton Surge. Nene is probably going to have it this fight, if he's lucky. Great hack on Fate. Has self-bubble, so he's fine. There's the grav. Looks like they're just going to let him push. Again, great sense. Like, he knows that they can get another fight out of this. He knows that Reinhardt's on his way. No need to rush. Waiting till the last possible second. Fires it right to the ground. Excellent. Excellent Pharah play. Zarya play. Beautiful. Perfect. Just really good. Okay, disengage. We know we have time. Regroup. Wait for Reinhardt. Don't just throw the grav out willy-nilly as well once the Reinhardt's back. Takes his time. Presses the cart. Makes sure someone's on it. Grabs once Divas like use a lot of defense matrix. It's all clean. Very clean. I love it. Beautiful Ivana. Look at that pixely ass. Oh, ooh, oh. The texture's got better. That's pixely ass. Oh, Havana, you have a very silly first point. I don't know why Blizz thought this was a good idea, but they did, apparently. Time for Bastion! Solo heal Baptiste. And a May. Interesting. No sombrero. Will that change? Or will they stick with the diva? Looks like they're sticking with the diva. I'm guessing May's here to mostly slow down the cart more than anything? This is cool. Maypon. Oh, poor Brie couldn't do anything there. Holy shit. Tiamat is the goddess of the Salt Sea. Yep. It's perfect, isn't it? This is really cool. Okay, what's cool about this? Why is this so cool? Let's go to the overhead. This is cool because it forces, like, weirdness. Excelsior, they want to move as a big old ball and, like, go somewhere as the big old ball. They want to mostly use sightlines to try and avoid taking damage from the Bastion, because Bastion does a lot of damage. They just want to be a little bit careful about the Widowmaker, who can create a little bit of pressure on his own, and the Sombra sort of fishing around for hacks and such. The May makes this very awkward, because if you, like, try and run somewhere, like, if they try and go, oh, we'll run through here, and try and get to, like, this area, well, the May can just split you here, or block you off here, or block you here, and suddenly you're stuck in, like, the middle, and they have sightlines on you. Or in the case of what happens here, someone gets pulled out, they run out to try and cover it, and hey, look, the wall splits them. And now they're stuck in the Bastion's line of fire. Zephyr has a clear angle to shoot at whatever he wants. That's great. And Excelsior can't push the cart. The May is also, like, surprisingly safe here, because the hard part with May is that she has that ice block, right? So if you run on the May and she ice blocks, well, you have to wait in front of the ice block for her to come out of it. All while Bastion's shooting at you, all while Sombra's looking for hacks, all while, say, a player is sort of finding an angle. So you can't just run at the... Like, the danger here is, like, if Hagapen does end up in an awkward place, like, if Hagapen ever goes around the back of the cart, then, yeah, they can deal with him. They can push him out here. So look at May's smug little face. Is this the thumbnail? Is this what I use for the thumbnail? She looks so smug here. Is that a thumbnail? Chat? Is that good? We hide that. We hide that. Try and get the shine off. There we go. That'll do. Good stuff. Good stuff. I've forgotten what I pressed. There we go. Don't want to press that. Okay. So it's literally just like trying to say to Excelsior, like, nowhere is safe for you. The danger here is that GeoNX built up a nano. If they can get someone into position and get the nano in there, that's going to cause problems. She looks so evil, doesn't she? Overwatch characters are very expressive as they move around. It's actually pretty cool. They actually make a lot of different expressions while they do stuff, while they take damage and all that kind of stuff. Like, just watch as she, like, right clicks. Didn't do it that time. She like scrunches up her face sometimes, and like, argh. That's true terror. There we go. We found it. Perfect. Okay. You see what I mean? Like, they want to rotate around, but the wall can sort of pin them out. This is the only thing that I was kind of afraid of, is what happens now. Like, this isn't going to work, guys. You need to rotate. Well, I didn't like that. I love the strat. I didn't like just, let's just stay here. Like, why not just freaking go to cart, you know? Or just go around here. Why are you just standing there? This feels like ranked syndrome, where people will go like, oh, we've got a Baptiste. The lamp will save us. Save us, lamp. I love lamp. Lamp is so good. Look how good this lamp is. Look at this, the value the lamp is giving them. Stopping all of that damage. Ah, it's so good. It's keeping them alive, it's keeping them alive, it's keeping them alive, it's keeping them alive, it's keeping them alive. Oh, it's gone. Oh, no, not quite yet. Zephyr still survives. Oh, no, now it's gone. Now everyone's piled up and is dead. Like, the lamp, it's not good for, like, stopping win conditions and, like, oh, I win situations. So I don't know, like, it felt like Mayhem had half a plan and not the other half, and that's very frustrating. Because I thought the half of the plan that they had was really good. You just can't stand still and go, yep, we're gonna let the goat's ball run into us, that's gonna work. Maybe they were hoping they had EMP before they had nano? No, surely not. That's not isn't how that works. This is gonna be a lot of fucking damage. That was at half speed. I want to see this from Zephyr's viewpoint. As far as retakes go, this one's pretty brutal.
No one can hide from my sight.
They not only have sight, but they have everything else. It's going to cost them a lot of ults to do this, but hey, it might work. I mean, Nene's just going to grab them next fight and they'll lose from there. Oh, no. Oh, no.
No one can hide from my sight.
Chugga 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 chugga. Well, Saebyeolbe's a popsicle. No, please. May, no. Let me die. Let me die. Oh, God. You alright there, Mano? You okay? Did you go for the Sombra?
Don't worry, my friends. Our down.
Bit of an extreme reaction. Especially considering they're playing around in Orisa. But, I guess like you can't really Earthshatter if they're playing Bastion. You don't have time for it, and like May will freeze you, and it's all awkward. So fine, sure, why not? I mean, Nano's gonna have grab, so lol. Oh god, Mano, like that was so good from Mano. I love the T-posing. Like just watch all the bullshit that he has to put up with in this instance. So getting in position, getting in position. Okay, time to push. Walled out on his own. BQB's hacking him. Bastion, Orisa are shooting at him. Luckily, his team helps block the hack, but he even turns to block it there.
Cease your resistance.
Turns back to block the damage. Jesus. He did so many things there, all at once. What a lad. This again is the danger, but they just go underneath. Let's get on board with Zephyr and get speed back. This is what I'm scared of. This is the win condition. We just grab and win.
60 seconds remaining.
Look at that lamp though. It's a nice lamp. It's a good lamp. Wish I had a lamp just like it, but man. Mayhem change up. Are they going to contest this? It looks like, oh, Sombra's stalling it. They're going for it. Oh, Mano's just running to the back line. I don't know why. Fate was anti. They could have dealt with him. Just point blank Earthshattered Hagapen, I think. Saebyeolbe can ult, so might ult, doesn't ult. That was a choice. And he's going to go and dump his ult. I'm guessing he's swapping to Sombra. Yep, okay. Let's see what comes next. Janet playing aggressively. Wow. I like Chris going and helping with that. That's nice. I mean, in theory, BQB can just, like... Mayhem can kind of just hold here, use grab this fight, win off it. Beauty of a fire strike. There it is. There it is. Good shit. Finish the job. Okay, EMP for this one, boys. EMP Earthshatter. I want to see it. I want it to be good. EMP Earthshatter. Nice. Grav. Well, sound barrier? Something? Anything? No, nano. Nice. Value. Holy shit, Nene. Throw in the game. Report this area. I mean, I guess if the Ryan's dead, like, you don't have much to fear. What's gonna kill through it all? The brig? No. Look at all those health bars not move. Rally just soaks it. Easy. And they still have sound barrier for the EMP. Very nice. Same combo out of Excelsior, but it's much harder to do on the offense because Mayhem are going to be on the high ground. It's much easier to Earthshatter down to the low ground than Earthshatter up to the high ground. Could make it work. Saebyeolbe, let's see. I'm guessing he's going to throw a Translocator and then EMP. It's what he does. They get the Earthshatter through as well. Nice. Sayer player can die. Oh, nope. Great job out of the Lucio. Fate, though. Fate's getting rinsed. Oh, there he goes. Now to Reinhardt, they just peel away from him. Excelsior? That was surprising. I guess it actually makes sense. Like, I'm thinking about, like, trying to think this through. Like, Fate has to try and contest this. I mean, you know it's coming. And here's the thing. This is, like, what I was thinking through. You can't have Chris, like, come through and, like, boot Mano to the low ground. You can't have... Like, maybe you could try some shit like have Sayer player, like, here, but then he's just going to get rushed down and die. It's a good hack onto Animo, but this is all they're waiting for. They're only going to be able to Earthshatter those two, but that's going to be enough. Fate even gets the barrier. Where's Lucio hiding? Yeah, it's very, very common on this map for Lucios to hide just out here. But with enough focus damage, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as that Earthshatter hits 2 people, you win. And as long as the EMP hits the brig, I think you win. Like, even if it just hit Ryan, you'd still be able to kill him. So it feels like the positioning there might be a better place to be for some heroes. Like, I think the Zarya needs to not get caught. Then maybe you can get away with that. Doesn't matter. I mean, BKB comes back with an EMP of his own, swings him roundabouts. Right, let's see if they can get some kills on it. Yes, they can. This might be where the ride ends. FS still has Grav, so there we go. Like, I mean, you come out to the next fight with Grav EMP, you're probably going to win. So it's not the end of the world. Would it be the same if it was a Zen rather than a Lucio? The issue is the Zens needed to counter the Graviton Surge. So... they don't have a Zen, do they? They had an Ana. Which gave them advantages. Like, the Ana can just pump out a lot of healing. I think the big thing there is you have to have, like, the Zarya here or some shit. And, like, watching very closely for the EMP to dodge it. And then if she can dodge it, then you can bubble the Reinhardt. Then the Reinhardt might survive. Won't get antied. Or will be able to clear an anti-nade on him. And then you can maybe pump him full of healing and all that kind of stuff from the Ana. And maybe keep him alive. Like, that's the only way I could think of doing it. Okay. So as you're playing standard, this is more standard on Havana, where you do like these very close holds. Seems to be what teams have settled on. Jonak farming for a lot of ult charge at the moment. Everything being similar, Brig would have died with the Transcendence not affecting her. Very likely. But the big thing there is just finding like a reliable play that works, and I think like you have to make Zarya just sit on hide and barrier duty, which is kind of boring, but that'd be my way of doing it. Oh, Libero just missed. Good anti from Jonak though. I'm guessing they're just gonna nano Fate. They might nano Nene here actually. Like, I imagine they're gonna go quick with this though. Yeah, you can't engage. Oh, free Lucio! Free Lucio, boys!
This will only hurt for a minute.
What a god. What a golden shining god this boy is. Oh, free Zarya as well. Kills for the Jonak. The danger here is the same danger as before. They have Grav, they have EMP, we don't have a Transcendence, so they have to win these very aggressive fights pretty regularly. The nice part for Excelsior is you don't get Gravs and EMPs that quickly, and if they can continue to like win these sorts of fights, they won't be able to match the time. Nice, very nice. Very, very nice that Nene dodged that. Like, that stalls all the aggression. Now they've committed a ton of resource to this. They don't have Trance. I mean, Hagapen did everything right there. But it's very bad. No, it's kind of fine. Like, Zephyr is still a big threat here. But Saebyeolbe can try and EMP and, like, blow the wind out of his sails. I'm actually going to keep an eye on Saebyeolbe. I want to see if Saebyeolbe like tunnels in on Zephyr, that's all. I'd like to see a lot of hacks go on Zephyr and just try and rob him of his chance to use Grav constantly. I like it when Sombras do that kind of thing. Like, they know the enemy team's win condition. It looks like he's instead playing... Oh, okay, he's going in. Where is Zephyr? No more Zen on Mayhem side. I think that's a mistake.
Be right back.
That's bold. Okay. Sound barrier. They know that there's going to be no EMP to clear it. Nano to keep Mano alive. Makes sense. Libero can then rally to re-engage. Saya player's already burnt his. They might just be able to win this on the back of Rally, to be honest. So yeah, Mayhem have to give ground. Like, they cannot fight this with Rally up. Which means now Excelsior's ults are back. Mano, just take 1 or 2 swings. That's all he needs to do.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay. 1 more swing, please, Mano. That's all he wants. Get him that 5% charge, please, before you do anything. There we go. Okay. As long as he EMPs the brig. Perfect. So why was EMPing the brig so important? Like, getting brig and Rhine. They have to get both.
60 seconds remaining.
The answer is simple. If brig isn't EMP'd, then say a player just marks Mano. Mano gets stunned before he can drop the Shatter. So you can see they're waiting. Mano gets Shatter. That's the signal that we're gonna go. That we're gonna do things. And they get the combo. Perfect. Fate's antied. Hacked. Dead. The fact that BQB ulted in that fight is superb for NYXL. It's absolutely 100% superb. Because BQB just threw that into the void. Fate has to find a god tier shadow out of nowhere to win this. Nene's going to just Grav. And if they clump like this, they're going to just lose. Mano can play the pressure game. That's more than fine that they've shadowed just Mano. Oh, they got Saebyeolbe. Oh, they got rid of the sound barrier. They got it with Libero. Libero did it. Chris can't do shit, son. You're not doing anything. You got nothing. Nothing, son. No fun for you. No fun for you. Why? Why? Because this hero exists. No one gets to have fun. Brigitte and Sombra are here to play, people. No one gets to place any abilities down. No one gets to do anything. Not unless those two allow it. Saebyeolbe throwing the gate? Nah, it's fine. He doesn't have EMP. It doesn't matter that much.
30 seconds remaining.
You want to see throwing the game? This is throwing the game. It's getting anywhere near the Brigitte. It's like, Mano's job here is just to like run interference. Mano's just like, yeah, go get him, son. Go get him, Tiger. If Fate blows his Earth Shatter, like that Earth Shatter is their only way out to win this entire thing. That's unfortunate, but Sombra's not really involved in this game. Like at this point, who gives a shit? What's big is this boy. This boy here. Oh, you don't want to be here. Vela Skulasha. Oh fuck. Oh no, Chris. Oh look, Mano's back up. Oh look, Mano's just left clicking through. Oh god. Oh dearie me. Oh no. Oh no, he's. And there you have it. Chris disappointing everyone just like I disappointed my parents. Ah, welcome to being a millennial. Right. That. I'd say, like, NYXL still look rough around the edges to me. I definitely think they're better than Shanghai Dragons. Don't get me wrong, Shanghai are, like, way better than they used to be, but there are moments here where NYXL, like, they understand what they want to do and they're achieving it. And it feels like there are moments when playing against Mayhem that they weren't quite taking it seriously. But they kind of know what's up. They know the score. They know how to just rotate ults to win fights and all that kind of stuff. They know how to do these things and set up these plays. It's just, my big question is, like, when they go up against teams that can run some goats against them, I think Saebyeolbe still might be lacking. Like, Saebyeolbe isn't showing me the spark of, like, oh, I'm a great Sombra player now. I'm the Sombra king. He just seems to be kind of by the numbers, throwing out EMPs at the right point, building them up relatively quickly. But I'd say I think BQB actually was charging a little bit faster, like, when both teams seemed equal. So I think if there is any weak link to be exploited, it is kind of Saebyeolbe. But we'll see. I mean, NYXL got a lot to prove, but there's a lot of teams to prove it to, and I think Vancouver Titans are going to be hungry for blood. Someone bloody their nose. More MGS tomorrow? Yes, I will try and stream more MGS tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, those of you who did. Thank you for supporting the stream, those of you who did. Do you think they'll ever feel Pine again? If the meta swings, yeah, certainly. I don't think they will as long as GOATs exist, but if the 222 rumors are true, and everything that I've seen and heard seems to point to it being, yes, the 222 rumors are true, yeah, you might see Pine if, you know, like, Sombra's definitely going to stick around. Widowmaker's very likely to make a comeback.